Hello.
Hey,
Hi, I am Caitlin and I'm with Gaiety and Pride on Instagram. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I've had a pretty crazy weekend or week already. I'm already mixing up the days, but I'm sure you can relate a little bit since you have a big project coming out later this week, right?
Yes, a lot of time spent holding my breath.
Exactly. Well, before we get too into it, I'm already recording, but I would love for you to just introduce yourself and your role on this project.
Sure. Hey, I'm Gabe Liedman, and I'm the creator of QForce.
Perfect. And can you just tell us what is QForce? What is this project?
Sure. QForce is a new adult animated comedy coming to Netflix September 2nd, about a squad of LGBTQ plus super spies.
And where did you get this idea from? I mean, I love it. I love the concept. I watched a little bit. I love how it played out, but where did that come from?
Well, the very beginning seed of the idea came from Sean Hayes and his producing partner, Todd Milliner. A couple of years ago, they had this idea. It was just three words: gay James Bond. And they thought that that seemed like it could be really funny and could be a great part for Sean to play. And they spoke to me like as a writer and a comedian about like how do we develop this out. And what I came back to them with was QForce, which is like the underdog version of gay James Bond, and also the ensemble version. That's you've like the story of the squad, not just this one guy, and so that we could have like a trans main character and a lesbian main character, and really tell like a kind of a larger community-based story.
Just speaking of the squad, I mean, there's such a wide variety of different people and characters going on in this story. How did you go about bringing this representation to screens, but also facing, these stereotypes that can come into bringing LGBTQ characters?
We tried to be fun and true about it. It was like definitely not a situation where it was like trying to tackle a stereotype or trying to lead with a stereotype in any way. It was sort of like, let's tell stories about people that feel real to us. And I based a lot of the characters off of people in my life who are real. So that's made it feel to me like we were grounding it a little bit in reality while still sort of playing around in this complete fantasy space.
And just with the creating of this project, I mean, in the behind the scenes, how has this differed from projects that you've done in the past?
Well, mostly I've worked in live action entertainment. And so this is only the second like piece of animation I've been involved with. I've written for a couple seasons of Big Mouth. But other than that, all my projects have been live action. So there was like a lot to learn. Animation's really, really different. Just not just in the way that you make it, which is incredibly different, but also like in terms of what's possible. So I was learning a lot. It was really fun.
And then going into these characters, I mean, you also play a character on the show. You voice Benji, right?
Yes, that's right.
And just, what was it like bringing that character to life and how did you kind of fall into that role?
Well, my background before I started getting work as a writer, and I still continue it to this day, my background is in stand-up comedy and in performing. So it's something I really, really love doing and wanted to do. So it was cool to get that opportunity to do it on this show. And yeah, I had a lot of fun playing this character. I thought the love story was such a fun, cute way to get to know our main character, and watch him grow in ways that have nothing to do with his career, even when his career does creep in, obviously. But yeah, we had a lot of fun, and Sean was so fun as a scene partner. Not, he was involved in so many parts of the show. We worked together constantly, but to do scenes together was really fun.
And I heard that Matt Rogers, who voices Twink, kind of was like a happy accident coming into their part in this whole story. I mean, how did the rest of the cast come together? Was it all kind of just fell into place, or what did that look like?
Yeah, I mean, Matt was definitely a happy accident. He was a writer on the show and a comedian I've really admired from afar and really wanted him to be a part of the writing of the show. And as we got deeper into casting, we started having table reads, and he read the part of Twink, and it just fit him like a glove. It was too perfect. Like his performance just killed me. It was perfect. So he he got that part in a kind of like a Cinderella story, I guess. Sean was obviously involved from the very beginning as the star and lead of the show. Patti is a comedian I've always, or not always, we're neither of us is that old, but like admired for a really long time. I love her body of work, and I thought that this like more subdued kind of dry character would play really well through her lens. And for Wanda, when I'm writing, I really like to have an actor in mind for the part, even if it's like, even if they're never going to play it or whatever, just so that it sounds like a real person. And Deb was always Wanda when I was writing. So it was just a dream come true that she said yes when she read the scripts. I couldn't believe my luck.
And there's so many jokes and just fun times on the show. And there's scenes, where it just doesn't hold back whatsoever. What are you really hoping that audiences will take away from seeing this?
I mean, exactly what you just said. Like, we try to just be fun and crazy and create a show that's like a little bit of an escape and a comedy. I think you get so many opportunities in life, and it's just like they are what you make of them. And when I found out that Netflix was going to let us do 10 of these episodes, I just wanted me and the writers to have as much fun as possible, because these chances don't come around that often. So yeah, I just wanted it to be fun and crazy, and I wanted the audience to let it just take them on a little adventure, I guess.
So for my last question, just speaking of adventures, what can you say about what this group of misfit agents are going to get into? I don't know how much you can hint, but like, what will their adventures as QForce look like?
I mean, they're going to travel the world. They're going to do some crazy, actiony stunts. There's going to be life and death stakes. They're going to fall in love. They're going to get to know each other better. They're going to save each other's lives. But all the while, they're going to be just this gang of coworkers who love each other. Because I think that that's like a really relatable, thing.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for bringing this story to life. I really enjoyed watching it, and I can't wait for everyone else to see it. And thank you for being here today with me.
My pleasure. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me.
Yes, of course. It's been awesome. Thank you so much.
Like this video? Follow us for more.